This is Be Inspired. So nice to have you on the show. This is Be Inspired. So nice to have you on the show. This show is all about entrepreneurship and talent development. We're going to be featuring entrepreneurs that are doing very well in their various businesses, and we hope that when you hear their story, when you watch them, listen to them, you learn one or two things about starting your own business. We want to encourage you, inspire you, motivate, and challenge you. That's the key word here. I want to challenge you to take that very first and bold step to start up your own business, no matter how small and regardless of the challenge that you may face. I'm your girl, Iquo, and right now we're going to take a short break. When we return, we'll get to meet our very first guest on the show. Thank you. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the show. Right here in the studio, I have a very interesting and important guest. This is somebody that I've personally been very inspired by. She's very hardworking, she's very intelligent, and then she's very creative. She comes up with a lot of innovative programs and projects, and it's really nice to have her on the show. She's the creative director of Danceville Entertainment, and her name is Edima Basi Imara. You're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Wow, so can you tell us more about Danceville Entertainment?
Danceville an entertainment company for dancers generally. We are dedicated to promoting and developing dance and dancers.
Okay, so how do you go about doing that? Talked about promoting and developing.
Yes.
So what does that involve?
Developing involves training
Okay.
people who already consider themselves dancers, to the next level, to take it as a profession.
Okay.
And the developing too is about getting people who are not sure if they want to dance involved in dancing.
Okay, getting them interested.
They're getting interested and getting them involved.
Okay.
Now, promoting is that we provide a lot of platforms, we do a lot of shows, competitions, and events that involves dancing. Now people have a chance to see the dancers we have trained or the dances that we have to provide.
Okay, so of all the businesses in this world that you would have gone into, why did you choose dance? I mean, when I think about dance, personally, I say, why dance? I mean, it's just dance, so why would you go into dance?
Okay, I like to dance. I like the concept of dancing, and dance is not just. There's a lot involved when people dance.
Okay.
You have to consider music, costumes, stories,
Okay.
and then everything about performance generally.
It's an all
It's a
encompassing.
big. I like to say if you package it dance, you package a lifestyle.
Oh,
Because
that's
every
a nice
dance,
one.
every dance projects a particular culture, no matter what it is and no matter how contemporary it is.
Okay.
So if you have access to the dances of any culture, you have access to other things the culture involves.
Okay, so on the show, we hope to encourage people, want to challenge people that are watching, listening to you talk about your own business, how they started. So what gave you that motivation, and then how were you able to, especially to raise funds to start the business?
Okay, I won't say I raised funds for the business. I made up my mind I wanted to dance. I won't go into the process that came up to where the decision was dance. But as at that time, dance, even mostly is considered a hobby.
Okay.
Some people don't believe they should pay.
Yeah, you make it sound really intellectual and professional. So
as at the time I decided, okay, yes, it is dance. Raising money to dance was not even an option.
okay,
So
I asked that question because for many people, when you're thinking about starting a business, right, you're thinking about money. How do I get money? So that's why I'm always concerned. I want to see how you, as an entrepreneur, were able to tackle that issue.
When I said I wanted to dance professionally, I first of all figured out what in the dancing I wanted to do.
Okay.
And I realized that I think I enjoy getting people to dance more than I actually enjoy dancing.
Oh, okay.
So
that's why you talk about developing
and promoting, yes. So I started with the dancing itself. So you dance here, some money comes in, you chop some, use the others, do another thing, you chop some, use the other, do flyer, eat hair. So that's how it started. Then you gather people together, go for a performance, convince them why you shouldn't pay them all the money you got. Let's use this one and then guitar in the studio. So that kind of thing. So
that's very it has to do a lot with planning and organization.
Yes, that's why I usually don't describe Danceville as an entertainment company. At first I used to call it a platform. Because I can say we are more than just business. I can say we are more than just that, because the people we work with, most of them are not sure what they are doing is actually business. When you put business inside, they expect, okay, I should work with 1 million naira. So, but over I think over a few years now, we've been able to identify certain people that we can work with, and people we can put in tune with the vision we have. Yeah. So generally, I'll just say, yes, we've pulled through, even though we've not arrived where we are going, but we've been able to put up a structure, and we are working on a system that would work around day in, day out, not necessarily based on people needing us or people wanting the services we provide.
Okay. Now, when you're talking about packaging the dance for events, if the government of the state is organizing a major event, would you be called upon to provide, or have you had that kind of opportunity?
We have.
Wow.
And it's not just government activities, even corporate bodies usually need performances, maybe for the end of year programs, or people call us for birthday parties. We put together a performance depending on what the event is.
So that means that while you're talking, I get the feeling that you've been able to maintain some sort of stability in the business.
I think, yes, certainly. I shouldn't be thinking. Don't think about it.
Okay. All right. What about challenges that you face? I'm just trying to get the whole concept in my mind, the whole image and everything. What are those challenges that you face, and how have you been able to deal with them?
First of all, the misconception that that Danceville is running just to run. I don't know how to explain it, but a few people have the impression that what we do is okay, like you said, it's
just dance.
So first of all, they show up in the studio, they understand, okay, there's a place they are dancing in.
Yes.
They now say, okay, I didn't know it is like this. They start stammering.
Is this organized?
Start stammering about why they really came. So that aside, but they are not as upsetting as people who believe that they are doing us a favor by calling us. Yeah, so that's another major challenge. A lot of people say, okay, since people are dancing, is a new idea, is a new concept, so you also come and dance. We'll provide platform
just like
you.
that.
Just come and dance, so people will know that you are dancing. When we started, we answered a lot of those. Yesterday, people know that we are dancing. But currently, as we've changed from that, because we are now paying salaries, we have equipment to buy and all that, it now has to be treated like a proper business. And so a lot of people think, like when you mentioned that, someone told me, they were talking about dance particular event, and someone was like, let's call it dinner. And the other say, do you have the money?
So they know that you're like
so
high
when
profile.
I heard that story, I was excited. I said,
wow,
good,
so you already have a name out
let
there.
go look for the money.
That's nice.
I think the major challenge is that people think we are what we do. So but that's not to say that a lot of people don't appreciate what we do. A lot of people are actually impressed, a lot of people are actually excited, and we have a lot of support from those kind of people. But there are others who believe we shouldn't be doing what we are doing the way we are doing it, because it takes away from other things.
Okay.
It's just that misconception that dance should be dance for everybody. Not
but at least from what you say, that misconception is gradually fading away.
Correcting itself.
So in that sense, I would say that I personally say that you're a success. You've achieved some level of success. Yeah. Okay, so well done there. All right. I personally like the fact that you're always coming up with programs, projects. It's what inspires you to do that? I like every month or so, in a short while, you're coming up with something, and then you actually get people involved. So How?
About, it excites you, it annoys some people too.
Oh, really?
But the thing is, when you just keep planning, okay, in 5 years' time, I will. Last year, I just made up my mind, as I think it, first of all, I don't put it on Facebook, coming soon.
Wow.
People start asking, when? Next month.
Okay.
So, and I now know that, yes, it has to happen. The thing is, like I said, providing platforms, people have to know that there is dance, and it can be done in various ways. So, most of my job is to